Hey! Hey! I just like that song, and they have a better stereo than I do. Sorry. I don't do anything with it. It doesn't pertain to the show whatsoever. I like the song, better stereo. So I bring my albums down. I brought my Dylan tapes down here. You know he sings? I didn't know that. I got such a shitty stereo, and all these years I've been buying his albums thinking, what, he plays G and C chords. What's the fucking deal? He's a genius? Apparently there's lyrics. Quite profound. I think he's got potential. How about another hand for Mr. Johnny Torres, the man you just saw, Johnny Torres. Let him know you're here. Let him know you care. Let him know you love it. Let him know my hair sucks. Folks, I appreciate you coming out, and this is a very sentimental evening for me. It's one of my final live performances I will ever be doing. No biggie, no sour grapes, no bitterness whatsoever. I've loved all 16 years of touring. I love playing the comedy pouch in Possum Ridge, Arkansas. I love living in econo lodges. I've loved the whole fucking trip. Broken relationships, no relationships. I dig it. The thing is, actually, it's good news that actually inspired this. I finally got my own TV show coming out next year on CBS. It's not a talk show. Thank God, thank Buddha, thank Krishna, thank Jesus, thank Mohammed, thank Allah, thank Confucius, thank every fucking God in the book. It's not a talk show. It is a half-hour weekly show that I will host entitled Let's Hunt and Kill Billy Ray Cyrus. So y'all will tune in? Is that what you're saying? I think it's fairly self-explanatory. Each week we let the hounds of hell loose and we chase that jarhead, no-talent, cracker asshole all over the globe. Until I finally catch that fruity little ponytail of his in the back, pull him to his knees, put a gun in his mouth. We'll be back in '95 with Let's Hunt and Kill Michael Bolton. So, thank you very much. I'm just trying to rid the world of all these fevered egos that are tainting our collective unconscious and making us pay a higher psychic price than we imagine. In fact, that's how I pitched it to the networks, exactly. I said, I'd like to do a show where I rid the world of all these fevered egos that are tainting our collective unconscious. And the guy at CBS said, will there be titty? And, sure. Boom, a check falls in my lap. And I'm a producer. I never knew it was that easy. All these years I've been trying to write scripts and characters and plots and stories that had meaning. Will there be titty? Sure. Boom! I'm out. I'm a producer now. Where have you been all our life, boy? We've been looking for you in Hollywood. What are these titties gonna do? Jiggle? You're a fucking genius. Give me another check. I can't write enough checks for you. You've answered our prayers in Hollywood. Jiggling titties. Who would have thunk of it? And we're kicking it all off. This is what I'm real excited about. And I want y'all to really watch out for this. Our MC Hammer Vanilla Ice Marky Mark Christmas special. And then bring the family and tape it, because it's really exciting. And I don't want to give away any surprises on the show. But the first one we hunt and kill on that show is Marky Mark. Because his pants kept falling around his ankles and he couldn't run away. It's hilarious. Like it's a crossbow him right in the abs. There's something really delightful about watching him lay face down in a pile of snow and blood seeps out, melting the snow, and he just sinks from view. Folks, you're just going to let out a psychic sigh of relief. Ah, he's gone. Oh, I had no idea what a price I was paying because he was on this planet. Oh, you stretch, your spine straightens, the bowels loosen. Oh, I can take a dump for once. Marky Mark is gone. I never knew I was under the weight and pressure of his fevered ego. Hell, as usual. Definitely a show for the 90s. Let's just hunt and kill these fuckers. Join us. But, I don't know what my deal is, man. I'm like a 31-year-old curmudgeon, you know? I don't know. Went to a dance club the other day, you know, against my will. I wasn't driving. We end up at a dance club, right? And I go to dance clubs about once a year just to justify the other 364 days of the year I spend in my apartment going, God, what idiots. And, I'm like a camel. I can go to the dance club, fill up my hump with hate. It can last about a year. The hump starts to go down. I go back to a dance club. I'm the hate camel. But anyway, this girl asked me to dance, which I thought was hilarious. Would you like to dance? And I was like, oh, you read my fucking mind. That's why I'm leaning in the darkest corner, closest to the exit. I'm about to boogie. I'm about to cut a rub. But it's so weird. Women have this weird myth that you can tell the way a guy is in bed by how he is on a dance floor. I think that's so ludicrous, man. And what does it matter? You know what I mean? If a guy is on a dance floor really getting into it, enjoying himself and expressing himself, what does it matter how he is in bed? He's gay. Real men do not dance. They sit, sweat, and curse. Speaking of homosexuality, I consider myself a fairly open-minded human. I'd say very open-minded. Being a fellow such as myself, who over the course of his lifetime several times has taken his body weight in psilocybin magic mushrooms, I've had my mind fairly open. UFOs? Seen them. Been on a few. They're cool. Good gas mileage. Swear to God. Out on a limb with Shirley MacLaine right now. She's clinging to the trunk. I'm hanging by a fucking twig out there. Shirley, take another cap. Come on, the UFO's honking. Let's go. I'm pretty open-minded. I have had my third eye squeegeed quite cleanly. But something has come to my attention that has shocked even me. Perhaps you've heard about it. Have you heard about these new grade school books for children to help them understand the gay lifestyles? Do you know what I'm talking about? One of them is called Heather's Two Mommies. The other one is called Daddy's New Roommate. I'm going to have to draw the line here and say this is absolutely disgusting. It is grotesque and pure evil. I'm talking, of course, about Daddy's New Roommate. Heather's Two Mommies is quite a fetching read. And, they're fucking on page 7. Go, mommies, go. Ooh, Heather's such a lucky girl. She got two mommies hugging in the kitchen. Ooh, they kiss in chapter 3. Ooh, look at the mommies kiss. I wish I were Heather. nephew wrestle over that book every night. Uncle Bill, I gotta do my homework. Shut up. Do math. I'm reading this here. Making sure this is okay for you. I don't know, folks. I don't know what my deal is. People, I'm just, you know, I tell you, it's pissing me off these days. Pro-life people. Folks, here's the deal, pro-lifers. You lose, shut up, and go home. You lose. Bye. Enjoyed you killing doctors and all, but you gotta go home now. It's a fun little ride for a moment. You gotta go. You've lost. You ever look at their faces? I'm pro-life. Don't you just want to play Pictionary with them all night long? Is that a cross? That's right. Is that another cross? That's right. Looks like a cross to me. That's right. You're good. I'm pro-life. I'd hate to be a kid in an orphanage when a pro-life couple comes to adopt, you know what I mean? We're pro-life and we're here to adopt. All the kids just, oh, me, I'm cool, I'm good. 16 to a bed, no problem. Gruel, love it. Just don't send me home with the Flanders, okay? See, what bugs me about them, if you're so pro-life, do me a favor. If you're pro-life, do me a favor, okay? Don't lock arms and block medical clinics. If you're so pro-fucking-life, lock arms and block cemeteries, okay? Let's see how committed you are to this fucking premise. I want to see them locking arms. She can't come in! She was 98, she was hit by a bus. There's options. We're gonna have her stuffed and mounted. She's starting to stink. Let's go! We're pro-life. I want to see them at funerals with crowbars opening up caskets. Get out. There will be no death. No death! Strangely enough, that is the exact same face, I'm pro-life, that non-smokers have. I'm a pro-life non-smoker. Let the party begin. I've been getting that look a lot lately because I started smoking again. And performing abortions. So everywhere I turn now, I get that fucking look. I'm afraid to get out of bed most evenings. Oops, a glimpse into my life. Well, you're opening a pack back there. Yeah, I started smoking again. The hook's deep, man. What can I fucking tell you? I went 9 months without it, and then they fucking dropped it in the water, and there I was. We got him. We got him. Don't lose him. Pull him in. Pull him in. Pulled me back in the boat, fucking waved me, you know. No, that was a big old smoker yesterday. I just love it, man. What can I tell you? I just love it. Cool people smoke. Bob Dylan smokes. Frank Sinatra smokes. Jimi Hendrix smokes. Michael Bolton does not smoke. Billy Ray Cyrus does not smoke. MC Hammer does not smoke. Are you seeing a pattern developing here? Are you following this pattern? I have this belief, actually it's a hope, that if that scenario is at all true when you die and you go to heaven and St. Peter meets you at the gate, I believe the first thing he's going to ask you is, you got a light? You mean y'all smoke here? Yeah, that's why it's heaven. These aren't clouds. This is cigarette smoke, buddy. Hell is non-smoking. You want to check them out for a second? Sure. I can't believe what they do to their bodies. It smells like an ashtray. Why do they want to do that to their bodies? I don't want to smell their secondary smoke. I'm trying to eat my food. Someone next to me is smoking. God, how hellish. Oh, shit. Light up and come on in. Hendrix is on harp tonight. My man, Jimmy. The guy was playing his cock, basically. They strung his cock, and he played his cock. Language. I don't get it personally. Yeah. All-inclusive positivity there. That's why I like Keith Richards too. Boy, Keith went over the edge years ago. Fucking went over the edge, and people thought, he's fucked, man. Then they looked over the edge, and there was a ledge, and he hit it. Holy fuck, there's a ledge past the edge. Lucky bastard hit the ledge. That's all right, I went over the edge, I hit a ledge. All right. There's a ledge beyond the edge. Throw down my guitar, feel the riff coming on. Lucky son of a bitch. I never looked over the edge before, wow. Scrawny bastard hit a ledge. Been traveling a lot. Was over in Australia. That was interesting. Anyone here been to Australia? Fascinating place, man, wasn't it? Dig this. As big as the U.S. is geographically, picture that. As big as the U.S., with as few people living there as are in this room right now. A lot of leg room down under. Apartments, $1 a month. 2,000-acre den. Picture that. We could throw a party. But it's interesting, the Australians were the criminal class of Great Britain. I didn't know this. You know this? They were the criminal class of Great Britain. And the Brits, in order to punish them, sent them to Australia, their own prehistoric, Eden-like island continent. Bummer. Well, you don't want to get on the wrong side of them Brits. They'll fuck you. What do you want to bet the crime rate really soared in Great Britain when people figured out where they were going to be sent to? Let me get this straight. You keep the shitty weather and the shitty food. And we get the Great Barrier Reef and lobsters the size of canoes. I'm Jack the Ripper. No, I'm Jack the Ripper. I'm Jack the Ripper. I'm Jack the Ripper. We're all Jack the Ripper. Where's the fucking boat? That's me going over the horizon. Down under, you see. Just picture two Aussies surfing the Great Barrier Reef. What were you, mate? I was a murderer. And you? I was a thief. All right. Hope we're not paroled. Trying to figure out the exact punishment they went through there. I was over in Australia during Easter. That was interesting to note. They celebrate Easter the same way we do, commemorating the death and resurrection of Jesus by telling our children a giant bunny rabbit left chocolate eggs in the night. Now, read the Bible. Can't find the word bunny or chocolate anywhere in the fucking book. Why those two things? Why not goldfish left Lincoln logs in our sock drawers, you know? As long as you're making shit up, go hog wild. At least a goldfish with a Lincoln log on its back going across your floor to the sock drawer has miraculous connotations. Mommy, I woke up and there was a Lincoln log in my sock drawer. That's the story of Jesus. Where do we get this shit from? Y'all have different books of the Bible than I do? Are y'all Gideons? Who the fuck are the Gideons, too? You ever seen one? No. Ever met one? No. But they're everywhere. Running around the whole world putting Bibles in hotel rooms. Every hotel room. This Bible was placed here by a Gideon. When? I've been here all day. I ain't seen shit. I saw the housekeeper come and go. I saw the minibar guy come and go. I've never laid eyes on a fucking Gideon. What are they, ninjas? I'm going to capture a Gideon. It's going to be my new hobby. I'm going to call the front desk and go, yeah, I don't seem to have a Bible in my room. She comes through the window with a grappling hook, you know, some Gideon helicopter on the roof, ready to cart him back to the island of Gideon. There's non-stop Bible production going on. Fuck are the Gideons? Where are they from? Gideon? Gideon. I think it's interesting to note how people act on their religious beliefs. Easter, we have a fucking rabbit and a fucking chocolate egg. I don't get it. Talked about this before. Christians, a lot of them wear crosses around their necks. Nice sentiment. But do you think when Jesus comes back, he really wants to see a fucking cross? Ow. Maybe why he hadn't shown up yet. Except they're going, God, they're still wearing crosses. I'm not going. Fuck it. No, they totally missed the point. I'm not fucking going. No, I'm not going, Dad. Dad, it ain't gonna happen, buddy. I'll go back as a bunny, but I'm not going back. Aren't you Jesus? No, I'm a big bunny rabbit. Shut up. Here's a chocolate egg. That's about all you can handle spiritually at this point. Could y'all do me a favor and evolve by next Easter? This suit is real fucking hot, okay? We had some spiritual fucking kindergarten level? What the fuck? Confession times, folks. It's confession time. This is real hard for me. Thank you. Is anyone here like me in that they are compelled, no, obsessed, drawn beyond their will to watch the show Cops every fucking night? And I'm not alone? Oh, thank God. Hi, I'm Bill. I'm a Cops watcher. Hi, Bill. You're in the right place. I can't miss an episode. It is so compelling. I'm like a guy with a sore tooth. I can't quit touching it. When that show comes on, ow, ow, oh, Cops, ow. I've never been in so many trailer parks, man. Every night I'm in a different trailer. Ow. I could buy a trailer now. I know so much about them from that show. Ow, that's a double wide. Ow. And what's so compelling about it is that it's all the same every night, same story. A woman is beaten by her husband. Her head looks like a melon. The cops are called on a domestic call. I guess the trailer next door couldn't hear the results of the American Gladiators contest over her shrieks. I don't know how. I didn't even know they had a phone. But nonetheless, the cops are called, right? All her 14 little cracker spawn are peering around her gingham skirt. Their eyes are so close together, the left eye is in the right socket and the right eye is in the left socket. Some bizarre mutation due to inbreeding here. Does their family tree look like a stump? And every time she stands up for the guy. He didn't mean to hit me, officer. He didn't mean to hit me. He's a good man. Don't take him away. I fell asleep in the driveway and he run over my head with the truck. He don't mean no harm. He's passed out under the trailer right now with his dog, Skeeter. Cops, send in the SWAT team on these fuckers, man. Some people should not have kids. Judgment call. I'm gonna make it. I'm making a judgment call. And I'm sticking by it. But what is the psychology of women that stand up for wife beating? You know what I mean? What the fuck is that, man? It makes you feel kind of helpless and hopeless when you're a nice guy like myself who hadn't seen pussy in 3 years. Meanwhile, you know, Gomer is fucking balls deep in this cracker whore every fucking night, pumping out spawn. Again, you start to question things at this point. Fucking buck-toothed Gomer, you know, is humping away on this fucking lard ass. I had to go to one of those rebirthing classes. I lived my own birth just so I could remind myself what a pussy's like. I relived my own birth. I got a Woody. I couldn't believe it. Oh my God. This is a pussy. I think I remember this. You know, Freud's doing backflips, but I'm sorry to let you in on my spiritual decadence, but that's the fact. Gomer has no trouble scoring. Meanwhile, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Right off the fucking Banana Republic shelf, I get nothing. And, you know, it just makes you feel fucking hopeless. Because I know, first of all, you women love fucking Billy Ray Cyrus. And don't lie to me. Because I know the guys in this room did not make that album multi-fucking platinum. You think he's a big old hunk, and you would break a pelvis trying to split your legs open to receive his mongoloid spunk into your fucking womb in a half a second. You'd probably cut off your leg so he could get full access. That mongoloid, jarhead, cracker piece of shit. And you love him, and don't fucking lie to me. And I guarantee you no guy in this room sent fucking Michael Bolton's albums platinum either. You ladies love jerks, and you love idiots, and quite frankly, I haven't been laid in 3 years. And this is backed up semen talking, and I apologize. Next time I come, it's going to be like a wax dart shooting out of my dick. Woman killed by semen dart. News at 11. It's got to be Hicks. Hicks finally scored. Poor woman. Didn't even know what hit her. Some weird James Bond fucking weapon. What do you have for me, Q? I have a wax semen dart. Just don't get laid, Bond, and use it against Dr. No. Dr. No, I'll get you. I had him frisked. He went through a metal detector. We didn't check his semen dart. I'm sorry I did that. See these, you know, it just makes you feel fucking hope. You know what? I just realized there's no fucking hope, man. Satan is gonna have no problems ruling this planet. No. You know why? Because all the women in the world are gonna go, what a cute bud. Satan! You don't know him like I do. He's the Prince of Darkness. I can change him. And I bet you can, too, man. I don't give Satan a snowball's chance in hell against a woman's ego. He'll rule the planet for about a day. A week later, we'll see him out cutting the lawn. Hey, aren't you Satan? Should've. Hey, you forgot to edge out back, Mr. Prince. Should've. He'll be at the supermarket. Tampons, price check, tampons. Satan's here buying tampons for his girlfriend. Should've. I'm the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, you dropped your Kotex, Mr. Prince. Shut up. I'll rule this planet next weekend when she's out of town. Pussy whip Satan. That's what we're in store for. That's how this world will end. Some pussy whip Satan. That's my hurt. Speaking of Satan, I was watching Rush Limbaugh the other day. Didn't Rush Limbaugh remind you of one of those gay guys who likes to lay in a tub while other men pee on him? Fat body in a tub while Reagan, Quayle, and Bush just stand around pissing on him, and he can't, his little piggly wiggly dick can't get hard. Can't get hard, Reagan, pee in my mouth. Well, how's that, Rush? Still can't get hard, so they call in Barbara Bush. She takes her pearls off, puts them up his ass, and squats over him, undoes her girdle. Her wrinkled, flaccid labia unfolds halfway down to her knees, like some ballless scrotum. She squeezes out a link into his mouth. Finally, his dick gets half hard. A little clear bubble forms on the end with a maggot inside. The maggot pops the bubble and runs off and joins a pro-life group somewhere. Am I the only one who sees that? Thank God I'm not alone. Thank God I had the insight to notice Rush Limbaugh is a scat muncher. He munches scat. Jesus, Bill. So proud of him for the dark poetry there. I came up with the word scat muncher, and it went from there, and I immediately thought of Rush. Oh boy, much more really. I smoked enough to kill half a dozen Marlboro men, and put all 6 of their horses in oxygen stalls. Mr. Ed ain't talking no more in barn 3. Poor fucking horse. Oh, fuck, man. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. About 3 weeks ago, me and 2 buddies went out to a ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, and took what Terrence McKenna calls an heroic dose of psilocybin mushrooms. About 5 dried grams, and well, I'll tell you something, I'm glad they're against the law. You know why? You know what happened when I took them? I laid in a field of green grass for 4 hours going, my God, I love everything. The heavens parted, God looked down and rained eternal gifts of love. And I realized the true nature of our being, which is spirit, not body, and that we have never been apart from God, nor has His unconditional love ever stopped. And just imagine what a hazard that is to this country. Why would we keep financing military operations if we realize we're all one? You see the problem. Third eye was definitely squeegee. And they grow on cow turds. I think that's hilarious, man. I think that's why you giggle for the first 40 minutes. It grows on cow turds. Heaven is in a cow's butt. The kingdom of heaven lies within a cow's ass! That's rich! This is rich! Where do you think the phrase holy shit came from anyway? Holy shit. Why do you think Hindus think cows are sacred? Why do I think McDonald's is the Antichrist? Etc., etc., etc. Dot, 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 right there. So I was over in Australia when the Waco debacle ended. And I was very bummed because I thought it was the most fascinating story of the year, pardon me. You know, everyone was pissed about this guy because he called himself Jesus. And my point was, come on, man. The guy's real name is Vernon. Let him be Jesus for a couple of months. What's it to you? Who's going to follow a Messiah named Vernon? And Vernon said, what? What did he say? Let's go get some beef jerky. Woo! You almost got to be called Jesus. That's part of the Messiah deal. But isn't that weird how people always snap and think they're Jesus? You know what I mean? How come no one ever snaps and thinks they're Buddha? Particularly in America, where more people resemble Buddha. I'm Buddha. You're Bubba. I'm Buddha now. All I gotta do is change 2 letters on my belt. Bubba, Booba, Buddha. Vernon's a false prophet. But I was over in Australia when it ended, and there's a lot of people from Australia in the Branch Davidian compound. And I'm from Texas, so all these people wanted to ask me about it, right? And they were all going, oh, that guy's so weird. That David Koresh, he's so weird, isn't he, Bill? And I was thinking, well, let's get this straight. Frustrated rock guitarist with a messianic complex, armed to the gills, trying to fuck everything that walks. I hate to tell you this, but it sounds like every one of my friends in Austin. I think this is going to be an isolated incident, is all I'm saying. I'm waiting for Will Sexton to form a compound. Or any Austin guitar player, take your fucking pick. But anyway, if any of y'all have been watching public access lately and seen the footage that they are running of the Bradley tanks shooting fire into the compound, you've seen that? Well, I'll tell you, it's an interesting story to me because first of all, it goes against the party line that we were all told, which is that they were shooting tear gas into the compounds to convince the women and children to leave, while also busting down the walls. I don't know if a kid was hit with a wall, if that would help him. Kids are resilient, they're pretty adaptable. Oh, Mommy, I'm alright, let's get out of here, though. But, you know, the implications are fucking harrowing. If you've seen the footage, the Bradley tank shoots fire. The implications, basically, are that the FBI, the ATF, up to Janet Reno, including President Clinton, are liars and murderers. Yeah, and the fact that no major news source has picked up on the story would lead me, well, let's conclude together that they're the propaganda arm of the elite few who actually run this fucking country. And we are lied to on a regular fucking basis so that we will remain in the dark, docile, apathetic herd of fucking cattle that doesn't know the true agenda of this country. So I thought it was fascinating. And I knew Clinton had, I knew he'd become one of the boys when he launched 22 cruise missiles against Baghdad. He launched 22 cruise missiles, what are they, 3 million apiece, against Baghdad in retaliation for the alleged assassination attempt against George Bush, which failed. We killed 6 innocent people doing this. I personally think it was a little overkill. What we should have done is we should have embarrassed the Iraqis. Here's how we could have done it. We should have assassinated Bush. Said, that's how you do it, towelhead. Don't fuck with us. And see, that way, if Bush had been the one who had died, there would have been no loss of innocent life. I'm a problem solver. But I have this theory that who's ever elected, whoever runs the media gauntlet, and whoever, you run the media gauntlet and you realize who's going to play the game or not, and that's who we eventually vote on. People who've already sold out every ideal of democracy, and who are going to be the puppet lapdogs of the elite few who actually run this country, the major corporations and the families, the few families who own them all. I believe when they're elected president, they take into a room, a smoky room, 12 guys with cigars, all industrialists, and a screen comes down, and they go, roll the tape. And what the new president sees is footage of Kennedy's assassination, only from an angle we've never seen it. It looks like the cameraman was right over the grassy knoll, actually. The screen goes back up and the lights come on and the industrialist goes, any questions? And the new president goes, what do y'all want me to say? And they go, here's your agenda, my buddy friend. You can play your little puppet fucking role. And your first mission is to bomb Iraq to make people think that we are a tough nation. And it's so funny to me when they were on the news too about the Iraqi alleged assassination attempt. Basically was a car bomb that the guy driving was going to kill himself too. And everyone's going, what a cowardly act! What a cowardly act! Well, wait a minute. This guy's in a car bomb, going to blow himself up against this huge fucking capitalist New World Order leader, America. And meanwhile, we're launching cruise missiles from 200 miles away on floating iron islands. Who are the cowards again? Point out cowardice to me again in the dictionary. I apparently didn't get the meaning correctly when I read it. Then again, when I read cowardice, I always... Folks, it's time to evolve ideas. Evolution did not end with us growing thumbs. You do know that, right? It didn't end there. We're at the point now where we're going to have to evolve ideas. The reason the world's so fucked up is we're undergoing evolution. And the reason our institutions, our traditional religions are all crumbling is because they're no longer relevant. They're no longer relevant. So it's time for us to create a new philosophy and perhaps even a new religion, you see. And that's okay, because that's our right, because we are free children of God with minds who can imagine anything. And that's kind of our role. How do you evolve ideas? I'll give you an example right here. By the way, there are more dick jokes coming. Please relax. I know I'm starting to lose them a little bit here with this shit. I'm like digging a fucking hole right now. And another thing. Where the hell did Bill go? He dug himself right through the planet. I hear people heckling in Chinese right now. Why you not do dick joke? Do dick joke. Win the crowd back. No one wants to hear your philosophy. They want to hear dick joke. Wow, what a completely rational heckler. They pay to hear dick joke, not to hear you talk about the President Bush. Here's how you evolve an idea. I'll give you an example. Why is the drug czar of this country? Well, let's go back. Why do we have a drug czar in this country? A. B. Why is he a cop? Why isn't he a guy in recovery who's had an alcohol and or drug addiction and overcome it? And why doesn't he help people with the same problem with compassion rather than condemnation? Why do we put people who are on drugs in jail? They're sick. They're not criminals. Sick people don't get healed in jail. See, it makes no sense. And if we evolve the idea, you see, the planet might be more compassionate and something like heaven might dawn. Heaven might dawn or something weird like that. See, that's how you evolve an idea. I'll give you another example of how to evolve an idea. Confucius used to say, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And he said it kind of as an enigmatic way to say, well, nothing, there's no sound. And you know what I say? Fuck Confucius. Let's move on. I want everyone here to take the 5 dried grams I taped under your all chairs right now. Under your chairs. Check them out. Check them out. Under your chair. Let's go, man. The fucking UFOs are waiting in the 5th dimension. Let's go! We'll do it later. We'll do it as a closer. Shit. Mushrooms grow naturally on the planet. They're against the law. Marijuana grows naturally on the planet. It's against the law. Do you think making nature against the law seems a bit, I don't know, unnatural? Why are the 2 drugs that are legal, alcohol and cigarettes, 2 drugs that do absolutely nothing for you at all, legal, but the drugs that might open your mind up to realize how you're being fucked every day of your life? Those drugs are against the law, huh? Coincidence? One never knows. And yet, I pose these theories for you to dwell on. Quite frankly, they're wearing me down. I look like Hervé Villachet by the end of my life. You know what I mean? You want a better world, ladies and gentlemen? Legalize pot right now. You want to have a deficit? Legalize pot right now. I am so sick of hearing about the goddamn deficit, I could fucking puke blood. There ain't no fucking deficit. It's a fucking lie, and it's a fucking illusion in the first place. But you want to end it? You want to end it? Legalize pot. Biggest cash crop in America. Deficit's gone. I am so sick of hearing about Well, your leaders misspent your hard-earned tax dollars, so you, the people, now have to tighten your belts, and we gotta start paying this back. Because we, your leaders, misspent your money. You know what make tightening my belt a little easier? If I could tighten it around Jesse Helms' scrawny little chicken neck. I feel better about the sacrifice right now. You fucking tobacco-pushing motherfucker. You are the worst fucking drug dealer in the fucking world. You scrawny, right-wing, fear-mongering piece of sucker of Satan's cock. You suck Satan's cock, you fucking chicken-neck little fucking cracker. I'd tighten my belt if that were the case. I'd eat bologna for a week. You know what I mean? I'd sacrifice. Boy, Jesse Helms is another great one, isn't he? Just another little fevered ego tainting our collective unconscious. Because you know, anyone like Swaggart, anyone that far to the right is hiding a very deep and dark secret. You do know that, right? I'm an armchair fucking psychologist, but anyone that, you know, when Jesse Helms finally dies, he's going to commit suicide, first of all, in a wash tub out back underneath a pecan tree. He's going to slash his wrist, and he's going to write in blood, "I've been a bad boy." You know they're going to find the skins of young children drying in his attic. Swarms of horseflies going in and out of the eaves, and on CNN over and over his wife going, "I always wondered about Jesse's collection of little shoes." Anyone that far to the right is fucking hiding a deep, dark secret. But alcohol is legal. They push alcohol 24 hours a day on TV. They push it down your throat. Drink beer, drink beer, drink beer. Why? Well, because it makes you slow and stupid and docile, and that's the way we like you to be. You know, it's only the #2 killer drug in the world, but I've actually seen beer commercials during war against drug specials. No sense of irony, you know, no one fucking gives a shit. Marijuana, you know, cigarettes legal, alcohol legal. Kill more people than all other illegal drugs combined, times 1,000. They are illegal. Marijuana, a drug that kills no one. And let's put it in a time frame. Ever. Marijuana's against the law. You tell me why. I've given up. You want a better world, legalize pot, okay? It's a better drug, I'm telling you, it's better. I'll prove it to you. You're at a ball game, you're at a concert, someone's really violent, aggressive, and obnoxious. Are they drunk or are they smoking pot? Wow, we all know the truth. I have never seen people on pot get in a fight because it's fucking impossible. They would. They would. End of argument. Say you get in a car accident and you've been smoking pot. You're only going 4 miles an hour. Shit, we hit something. Got to open the garage door, dude. Going in reverse. At least no one was hurt. Garage door has to be replaced. Boom! A job has been created. You see? We could be a self-perpetuating civilization. There's going to be some sacrifices when this happens. There are. I hope we can live with them. The end of our military involvement as we spread democracy via gunpoint all over the world. The end of racial hatred, it's going to be gone. Oh, can we live with that? Are y'all cool with that? Huh? You alright? The end of being the enemy of the planet instead of living in harmony with it. Can we do that? Are y'all cool with that? Everything they tell you about pot is a lie. Tell you pot smoking makes you unmotivated. That is definitely a lie. Because when you're high, you can do everything you normally do just as well. You just realize it's not worth the fucking effort. Big difference. Sure, I could get up at dawn, get in traffic, go to a job I hate that does not inspire me creatively whatsoever for the rest of my life. I could do that. Or I could sleep till noon. Get up and learn how to play the sitar. What is it, one string? How fucking hard can that be? Folks, there's going to be sacrifices. The end of nationalism. Can you live with that? The idea that the world is round and we're all brothers, that's going to happen. Are you okay with that? Some pretty big sacrifices. I know I like living in the world of fear as much as you do. I love the fact that we live in a world of unresolvable problems that in the future, hopefully, our children's children one day live in a nice world, but until then, the capitalist boot's going to stomp on your fucking head like it always has. Can you live with that?
No. We want fear and hate.
Time to evolve ideas, folks. These are the ideas, by the way, that have kept me virtually anonymous in this country. For about 16 years of continuous traveling, hard work, broken relationships, and no relationships. Someone actually, I lived out in LA, someone actually gave me a plastic plant for my apartment. I put it near the balcony window and left the curtain open, went on a road trip. I came back and the plant had melted. I can't even keep a plastic fucking plant. No sour grapes. You know, I'm totally anonymous in this country. Meanwhile, they're draining the Pacific and putting up bench seats for Carrot Top's next Showtime special. Carrot Top, for people who didn't get Gallagher. You know, that Gallagher, he was too heady. I like Carrot Top. He's got red hair, and that just cracks me up looking at him. I don't even need material. Just I look at him and I start laughing. He does look like the Wendy's girl. He does look like the Wendy's girl. Honey, I hear screaming in the next trailer. Shut up, I'm watching Carrot Top. When did we become fucking dog patch? That's what I want to know. Only America could have a comic named Gallagher who ends his show by destroying good food with a sledgehammer. All these fat Americans on the front row. This is comedy. I feel Hicks is filled with hate. This is just pure funny. The guy destroys good food with a hammer. Gee, I wonder why we're hated the world over. You got Anybody got a clue? I guarantee you there's going to be no Gallagher World Tour anytime soon. And if there is, there's going to be no dates in Somalia. I don't know if those little bags of skin and bones will be able to appreciate Gallagher's particular brand of wit. He destroys food with a hammer. We could feed our whole family for another week with his last routine. We must go see Gallagher and maybe sit on the front row so I can catch a watermelon ride and feed my little boy hibiscus. It's America, man. Just destroying food with a hammer while the world watches. I just think that's hilarious. Starving people all over for good food. You haven't noticed I'm kind of subdued tonight because I'm on heroin. I feel great. I hope I would just you catch on. I don't know. No, the reason I'm bummed because it's Sunday night and I'm missing my favorite cultural train wreck, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Me and my friends watched that show like the Zapruder film, frame by frame, wondering exactly which second it is Jay's soul leaves his body. We got a little office bet going on, wondering which guest it's going to be when Jay finally takes a pistol out of his jacket, puts it in his mouth, and blows his Dorito shilling head off his head. I think it's going to be Joey Lawrence from the show Blossom. Other friends beg to differ and think Patrick Duffy a more likely candidate. You should hear the arguments around the house. So, good evening, everyone. We got Joey Lawrence again on the show. That's great. Joey Lawrence, good to see you, you know? It's always good to have you on, you know? It's always my comedic dream to be 44 years old and interviewing a little Tony Danza wannabe every 3 months. So tell me, Joey, you're 16 years old now, right? You're 16, got a license? Got a license? Yeah. That's great, you got a license, you got a car? Hmm? You got a car, you must have a car, you got a license, you must have a car, you got a car? Yeah. Well, you got a car, you got a license, got a girlfriend? See anybody? Got a girlfriend? Anybody special in Joey's life? You got a girlfriend? Well, she thinks so, I don't. Dear God, what have I done with my life? His brains spew out, forming an NBC peacock on the wall behind him. Because he's a company man to the bitter fucking end. And it all started, folks, when he did a Doritos commercial. And here's the deal. I'm drawing a line in the sand like Colonel Fannin did at the Alamo. You're with me or you're not. If you do a commercial, you're off the artistic roll call forever. Case fucking closed. Man, doing Dorito, I was just so sad. Jay doing Dorito, just Satan fucking him in the ass on national TV. Hi, I'm Jay Leno. Remember when I used to be funny? I'm here for Doritos. Satan just... Here, Satan, try the nacho flavored brand. Cool and refreshing. Tonight on the show, we got Joey Lawrence and Patrick Duffy. Man, if that were the guest list, he'd use a fucking Uzi on himself. Just be chewing fucking lead. You do a commercial, you're off the artistic roll call forever. You're now got a price on your head, you're a corporate fucking whore, and you're just another whore at the capitalist gangbang, case fucking closed. And that goes for everyone except Willie Nelson. $24 million tax bill, Willie was a little looser than the rest of us. I just avert my eyes when he sings about tacos, you know what I mean? It's so fucking... I'm sitting here selling tacos, oh, waiting for the woman in the rose tattoo. My butt is so loose. Oh, this is so sad. Is he done yet? Nope. I love picante and iced tea. Taco Bell has them for me. Oh, my butt hurts so bad. Oh, this is so sad. Is he finished yet? Nope. I love nachos with chips and dip and love the things that I can get. And, oh, my butt is hurting me. Oh, poor Willie. Poor fucking Willie. Oh, God. Let's pass the hat. Get him off the Taco Bell commercial. We gotta save Willie. Folks, I can't breathe out of my right lung. What do you think? Time for a cigarette? It's time to evolve ideas. That's where we're at, and we can do it. I know we can do it because I've done it. It's happened in my life. My life's changed a lot. We can do it, man. That's why, you know, this whole thing about the Branch Davidian, the whole lie about, well, we broke down the compound because we heard child abuse was going on. You know, why aren't there Bradley tanks knocking down Catholic churches if that's the case? If child abuse is in fact your concern, is what my point is. Just that... Sorry if anyone here is Catholic. I'm not sorry if you're offended. I'm actually sorry just the fact that one of the most ludicrous fucking beliefs ever. Like these vampire priests sink their twin fangs of guilt and sin into you as a child and suck your joy of life out of you the rest of your fucking existence. And I love watching the Pope bounce around in his little Pope mobile. That's got to be hoot #1 on my fucking CNN list. I want a whole show of the Pope just bouncing around in that all-terrain Pope mobile with the 3 feet of bulletproof plexiglass around him. Boy, there's faith in action. You know he's really the spokesman for God because only God's spokesman would need plexiglass bulletproof. Don't y'all read that the same way? Are we on the same wavelength? You're laughing. What you're at? Oh shit! Let's do some comedy. I always like to do a little comedy in my show. Those who've seen me before know that. Quick impression. Keith Richards. Of course, after the weight gain. He used to be much thinner, but that was when they were trying to get him off the ledge over the edge. Keith, we're going to send down the grappling hook to get you. It's all right, I'll get down here. Oh my God, Sid Vicious just flew by. He missed the ledge. I tried to grab him, but his little punk head there couldn't get a grip. The ledge beyond the edge. It's time to evolve ideas, folks. Here's one. The idea that childbirth is a miracle. Now, I don't know who started this little rumor. But it is not true. Oh, childbirth is such a miracle. It's such a miracle. Wrong. No more miracle than eating food, have a turd fall out of your butt. It is a chemical, biological reaction. The end. Case closed. The end. You want to hear a miracle? Okay. A miracle's raising a kid who doesn't talk at a fucking movie theater. That is a miracle. A miracle's raising a kid who doesn't run into my crotch at the supermarket because they have no peripheral vision. this youngster. I want to go see his two mommies. I wish I had two mommies. Heather's such a lucky girl. I wish I had two mothers growing up. I would have loved that. Childbirth is not a miracle. It would be a miracle if people who had children and had a world to bring them to and were prepared to bring them to it that was conducive to child rearing. That would be a fucking miracle. You know, after watching these pro-lifers at work, I finally came to my core of my belief in pro-choice. I'll tell you how I came about it. That age-old question, at what point does the fetus become a human being? Well, after watching these pro-lifers at work, I realized that there's a lot of adults who haven't become human beings yet. It kind of answered the question for me. Yeah. It's not a miracle, folks, if every 9 months any yin-yang in the world can drop a litter of these muling cabbages on the planet. And in case you haven't checked these single mom statistics lately, the miracle is spreading like wildfire. Hallelujah. Trailer parks all over America, filling up with little miracles. Tonk, 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 like frogs laying eggs. Tonk. Look at all my little miracles. Tonk. Filling up my trailer like a sardine can. Look at that. Tonk. You know, it'd be a real miracle if I could remember your daddy's name. I guess I'm gonna have to call you Trucker Jr. That's all I remember about your daddy was his fuzzy little pot belly riding on top of me, shooting his caffeine-ridden semen into my belly to produce my little waterhead miracle cracker baby child. There's your brother, Pizza Boy Delivery Jr. There's your other brother, Will Work for Food Jr. There's your little sister, only going as far as Bastrop Jr. Isn't it a fucking miracle, man? All those unwanted, illiterate children pumped into the planet Earth. Keep them coming, folks. Keep the miracle happening. Cops needs to stay on the air. This is Cops, the next generation y'all are pumping out. It would be a miracle if these pro-life fucks would adopt some of the millions of unwanted children that are already on. People, I've actually had pro-lifers say, well, why don't you adopt a child? And why don't you adopt a child? Because I hate them and couldn't care a fuck one. Okay, sorry, my political, my hat's now in the political ring. Third party just been formed. I'm pro-choice, I'm pro-life, I don't give a fuck about them at all. Boom, new party just been formed, motherfucker. Couldn't care a fuck one. People who hate people party. People who hate people, come together. I know. It's so hard to get this party off the ground. There's a lot of us out there, we just don't want to gather together. We're so unorganized. Come to the party. Will there be other people there? Yeah, can't make it, sorry. God, I hope I live through this show, folks. Lightning's gonna strike you, Mr. I've got opinions about legalization of drugs and we should live in heaven, you evil man. No more war. It's in the Bible, there should be war. Oh boy, here we go. Another philosophical discussion with a Christian. Oh boy. Let's settle in for the long haul. Okay, so you believe the Bible is the exact word of God, correct? That's right. Then I guess we're done arguing. Because you're a fucking... let me ask you a question. You believe the Bible is the exact word of God, right? That's right. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Why did God change from a vengeful, jealous God in the Old Testament to a forgiving, loving God in the New Testament? Well, he realized that what he was doing needed to... God doesn't realize anything. He already knows it, moron fuck. You ever notice how people who believe in creationism look really unevolved? They always got their eyes real close together, big eyebrow ridges, hairy hands and feet. I believe God created me in one day. Man, looks like he rushed it. It took billions of years to get me. Eternity. Childbirth is not a miracle. I'll go you one further. Childbirth isn't natural. Whoa. Back that one up, motherfucker. It's not, man. We're not supposed to give birth. We're not supposed to age or die. Did you know that? We're supposed to be in a garden right now, leaning against a tree, naming animals. And the fact that you don't know the name of every animal in the world tells me something. We left the garden too fucking soon. What's that? I don't know. It's a wombat. Get back to the fucking garden. And you're not allowed to rut and reproduce until you know the motherfucking Earth planet that you're going to raise your kids on. It's not natural. No guy in this room wants children, first of all. No guy in this room wants children. Any guy in this room who thinks or says he wants children is no longer a man, but a pussy-whipped freak of nature who should be home reading all Alan Alda books and renting Michael Bolton videos, because you're off the man list, you're out. Men don't want children because men are children and we don't want the competition. Wait a minute. You mean there's going to be something cuter in this house than me? This must be stopped. It's women. Women! It's my new character. That's all I do with it, but I think there's potential. It's women. Women! There's a character here. I don't know what it is yet. It's women. Women! Have this unholy void inside of them. I need something to love. Love me, you bitch. I'm right here. You're acting childish. Perfect. I'll be your child man. Honey, if I promise never to mature, I think I can pull it off. I think most men have pulled it off pretty good. I'll go you one further. Not only is childbirth not a miracle, not only is childbirth not natural, I'm now going to do for you a routine that is totally guaranteed I will never be a success in this country. Because it goes against every bit of that fucking child-worshipping, aren't they so cute, look at them in their little diaper, oh, it's a miracle fucking belief. If you have children here tonight, and I assume some of you do, I am sorry to tell you this. They are not special. I can hear some grumbling from some parents out there. Hey, wait a minute, hey. Don't get me wrong. I know you think they're special. Relax. I'm just trying to point out that they're not. Did you know that every time a guy comes, he comes 200 million sperm? Did you know that? 200 million sperm. And you mean to tell me you think your child is special? Because 1 out of 200 million sperm, that load, We're talking one load. Connected. Gee, what are the fucking odds? 200, you know what that means? I have wiped entire civilizations off of my chest with a gray gym sock. That is special. Entire nations have flaked and crusted in the hair around my navel. Maybe even Gideon. That is special. And I want you to think about that, you two egg-carrying beings out there. With that holier than thou, we have the gift of life. I've tossed universes in my underpants while napping. A Milky Way shoots into my jockey shorts. Oh. What's for fucking breakfast? Thank you very much. Good night.